Well, let's delve into this further now with Naeem Khalid Lodhi, who's the former Defence Secretary of Pakistan. He joins us now from Islamabad. Really good to have you with us, Lieutenant General. Iran and Pakistan have long had a tense relationship, in large part because of the activities of Balochi separatists and other militant groups in the border area. But this would mark a significant escalation in those tensions, wouldn't it?
True. We had those difficulties which you just mentioned, but we had been managing it all right. But this time, I think it was a blatant violation of our airspace, which cannot go, without a response. We have already given a very strong diplomatic response, but we do maintain our right to otherwise also to act physically also. Although I would say that Pakistan has behaved very responsibly and has given only a measured response, which is diplomatically strong, but no physical response so far. But the sad thing is that instead of feeling a remorse of what has happened, Iranian officials are trying to justify it. I mean, this is very sad. If something wrong has happened, we have been, collectively acting against such elements along the border, Pak-Iran border, and it was going very well. The delegations were coming. We were talking to each other. The communications were open. But suddenly this thing happens. And Iran should realize that they are already in a very dire situation. And I do not have to explain that. And they also know that Pakistan has more lethal and more accurate missiles and drones. But I think Pakistan did well by not responding physically. And as a first step, they have only responded diplomatically. And the good thing is that China has offered her services to de-escalate all these things, and they have told both the countries to exercise restraint. Let us see what happens in the next few days. I think Iranians must realize their mistake, accept it, and we can resume all the channels. We can open all the channels again and resolve such issues bilaterally.
Yes, and this latest attack comes just 3 weeks before general elections are scheduled to be held across Pakistan. So it's a pivotal time for the country. You mentioned that so far the response has been a diplomatic one. Is there any possibility that perhaps Islamabad might respond or retaliate in a more forceful way?
I think it will all depend that what are the future responses. I mean, diplomatic responses from the Iranian side. If they keep on stressing that whatever they did was right, probably the thing would could aggravate. But these non-state actors, terrorists, they are roaming all over the world. But this has never happened that the countries they go into other countries to hunt for such elements. It is not the norm, not the normal way of dealing with them. So let us hope and expect that Iranians will understand their own tight position, and they will also understand that how Pakistan has felt about this incident, and they carry out certain adjustments in their statements and certain adjustment in their future plans. Maybe the things can improve. Otherwise, things can deteriorate, which I pray it should not.
Okay, Lieutenant General Naeem Khalid, we will have to leave it there, but thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us on TRT World.